Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Honest to Pod with me, Ashley McAllister.
And me, Matthew Ali.
And this is episode what?
This is literally episode your age, isn't it?
Next month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't keep track.
I change my age every year.
It's going to be my new waist size, 34, in about... To be honest, I haven't lost weight this week. That's an absolute lie. I put on weight on Monday's weigh-in. I fucked up.
Oh.
Yeah. I think...
it happens.
Well, I had a lot of takeaways over the weekend, but also I've been doing a lot of strength stuff at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping / thinking, and they said I should do my measurements instead of just my weight, that there's some muscle in there.
I told you that.
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh.
I need to do that because I weighed myself and it was a bit disheartening, but my shoulders and my chest and my legs, which is so annoying, my legs are bigger as well. So maybe that's it.
Quad life.
I'd had quads before, but now I'm getting hamstrings, and even my little lady calves are getting bigger.
Oh, I have good calves apparently.
Who said that?
Some of the boys were saying.
Which boy said that?
Straight boys. They said, "Where your calves at?"
Okay,
and I'm down there, and they're like, "Yeah, I know."
Okay, that's good.
I know.
Yeah. So 34.
Episode 34 is amazing. I love it. And yes, that was a forewarning. It is my birthday next month, everyone. And I look forward to all the presents.
20.
Nope.
June the 16th. 14th?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll see you a couple of days before that.
Have you booked flights?
Yeah, I booked mine ago. Are you actually coming to Dublin?
Oh, Dublin. Oh, I forgot about Dublin. Yeah, well, I mean, I'd say yes. I'm waiting for accommodation to be confirmed. I'm not paying for accommodation. So I'm hopefully... I'll just message him right now. I'll message him after we record. I'm hopefully going to be...
Your friend, is it?
Our friend, yes. Mark McCabe.
Oh, like his family home?
No, I'll just stay with him.
Wait, what? Does he have a house in Dublin or something?
No, he's hired a hotel. So he when I was last in London, he offered me to spot in with him, and I said, "Okay."
Without paying?
Well, I'll probably pay. I'm not paying. I'm not paying full accommodation by myself.
Oh no, that's fair. That's fair enough. Okay, I saw Mark McCabe the other day, and I chatted to him. We didn't get to chat loads because it's at the Heaven show, which I'll talk about in a moment. Oh. And then I'd messaged him yesterday being like, we should do something, because he's moved back to his flat a couple of weeks ago, and it's literally 5 minutes from mine. Yeah,
so close.
Be nice. I said a cup of tea. He said we should drink wine, and I was like, okay, girl. Yeah.
Well,
anyway, no one cares about this, I guess.
Well, they should. If it's important to you, it's important to us.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Just want to get to... Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, let's jump in right in and talk about your update. Let's talk about the Heaven show. So, I don't think we've actually mentioned it, so give a quick update into what the Heaven show actually is, and then talk about this
I did mention it 2 weeks ago, but I'll say what it is again.
Did we mention it?
Actually, it would have been the last episode, in all fairness, in this case, because we missed one. Thank you, Ashley.
Oopsie, I forgot about that.
The King's Cross Steelers have a fundraiser in a nightclub called Heaven, which is quite a big, well-known nightclub. It's now GAY and Heaven. And we do a big fundraiser, which is just like a variety act that we all dance and sing, and there's some professional acts there. And I've been in it every single year. So now there's 3 of us that have been in a single show. Only 3 of us out of the 80-odd performers that are there.
Who's the 3 that's been there for the whole time?
PJ and Jeff Wilson.
Well, there we go.
Pardon?
There we go.
Yeah, I'm the only one who actually still plays rugby and still an active member of the rugby club. I'm just going to put it out there. Whereas others aren't actually active members; they just show up for this show.
And you 3 are so alike.
Okay, you need to pull that one back, bitch. All right, there's a 10-year age gap, and
let's move on before we offend people.
And some of us are talented, and some of us aren't. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Yeah, so that was really good actually. Had a really good performance. I'll post some pictures actually on Honest to Pod after this. I wanted to mention it first. And there's a video of the performance. Yeah, it was honestly, it was really, really good. Really, really nice. And obviously, everyone gives you loads of compliments, which is sweet. The show itself apparently was pretty strong. And then I had a good night afterwards where I just spent most of my night alone upstairs in the R&B room.
Oh.
Which was actually not surprisingly, every time I go to Heaven, I tend to go to the R&B room upstairs alone because no one else likes it. And I love it. I fucking love it. and I loved it again. Absolutely loved it again. Just dancing there to all my jams. Then I'd go downstairs, say hello to some people's, say hello to my housemates, say hello to like some of the people, and then I'd go back to the R&B room. And it's really good.
I like the R&B room.
It's really good. It annoys me that everyone stays in the main room when like the music's okay, but sometimes it goes to like really, really terrible music, and then the R&B room's pretty much got banger after banger after banger. So yeah,
I like to mix between the two rooms.
it is nice because it's difficult to dance loads without getting tired, you know. So it's nice to go downstairs, have a little walk around, see if there's any boys about. Yeah.
Was there any boys about?
Do you know, I did not focus on the boys at all. It was really not my focus. I was just like, I'm really enjoying my night, mostly alone, which is bizarre. I guess it's not normal, but just, I don't know, I was just really enjoying it. I was just not thinking about pulling. When originally at the beginning of the week, I was like, oh, I'm really going to pull someone on Friday, which is not, I guess, the most healthy or, I don't know, best way to go to looking at it. Then I got to Friday and I was like, I'm just living my life. No boys included.
Yeah, I mean, if you set yourself up to be on the pool and it doesn't happen, you get disappointed, but you just go out and aim to have a good time, you'll have a good time.
Plus, I kind of pulled the day before that anyway, so...
Oh, yo-ho!
Originally, I was going to be like, let me just wait the week out, get to Friday. It got to Thursday and I was bursting. I was like, wow. I got mine then. Yeah. But the show was really good. So then the weekend I was just super hungover. I didn't really do too much.
That's awesome though. Yeah. And it's such a good, like...
It was really good.
I remember the show when it first came out, like 7 years ago now?
This was the 7th one, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so much effort. And I'll put my hands up every single time and say I was a bit on the fence of whether it would be successful. Because I think it was our friend Drew's idea, wasn't it?
He did actually start it. He was the one who started it.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. She was
his brainchild. Originally, I was there to help him, so I went to all the meetings. But then I was like, I'm not organizing this shit.
No, but then we all sort of started putting together, and it was good. It was. I just remember the first one being awesome. I mean, the other ones were awesome.
It's a big show. Well. I mean, this is 800 people performing in front of it. It's not a small crowd. I mean, some of us have performed like growing up and stuff, and in different capacities. This will be the largest audience that a lot of us would have ever performed in front of.
People aren't performers. These are day-to-day, everyday Joe Blogs.
Yeah. No, honestly, it was really fun. Good singers, good dancing. I managed to dance in really high heels, and my knees are now fucked. Got my chest out. I was a boy for the first time. No drag. Just a boy.
Oh, you didn't do drag?
Yeah, there was no drag. There was no drag from any of the Steelers, which is so weird. So my whole day routine was fucked up because normally I'd spend the day getting ready. I got there at 1:00, didn't start until 3, and then had like one run through and then another one at like 6. I had nothing to do all day. I didn't need to book the day off work. I watched RuPaul's Drag Race, which I know you don't, and it annoys me because we could literally do an entire podcast over these fucking episodes because they are ridiculous. What happened last week was ridiculous. And they let go of someone called Nina, who's actually amazing. And Silky is trash. Absolute trash. Just going to put it out there.
Well, no, I don't watch it.
Yeah, well, that. But yeah, I watched another series of Game of Thrones yesterday.
What season are you up to?
Now I'm on season 3.
Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it more than I did last time. It's difficult because I know most of the plot already.
Yeah, but push through because it does change and you'll get to the point where it goes past the books.
Yeah, and yeah, I will do. So, but the
oh
thing
my God, I just watched this week's episode. This week's episode I've seen the news has divided people. People have said it's the worst. I'm like, I don't see how. I thought it was lit.
That's what I'm like with Drag Race. Everyone's like, this season's terrible. I'm like, I'm really, really enjoying it because of all the shitness that's happening into it. Like, there's so much to talk about. Yeah.
Well, this is the final season, so I guess people like to moan, don't they? They just find a reason to complain about stuff, and I think they're just because it's one of the most talked about shows ever, and people have theories about this and theories about that, and because their theory didn't come true, people are like, oh, well, shit. It's like, it's not. It's just not what you were expecting, which is good. I think for a show to be this under scrutiny and still deliver surprises is brilliant.
Tell me about this this Starbucks coffee cup.
Oh, basically, there was a scene where Daenerys is at her table and just there's I don't think it's a Starbucks cup, but it's a coffee cup sitting, just on the table.
Did you notice it when it happened?
I didn't notice it when it happened, but no, I didn't. Like, I seen all like the memes and stuff out, and I hadn't seen the episode yet. And then I was like, oh god. So I watched it, didn't notice it, and then I realized what they're talking about afterwards when I watched a couple of like things online about it.
Well, apparently it's removed now, so like if you watch it now, you won't be able to see it. But yeah, it was just very interesting.
Oh, that's good. I like that they did that.
Oh, really? Yeah, you don't want to be there forever. Like,
no, I mean when I watch it now in in a couple of weeks, when I'll watch it all again.
How was your week,
anyway,
actually?
Sorry, my week. Well, it's 2 weeks. So
2 weeks,
guys. Last week I was marathoning. I did a wee marathon. Didn't do the whole thing, mind you. I did I think I did 5.5 miles or around 5 miles anyway. Me and a few ones from the gym decided to do it. There's loads of us doing it out there, and I had a team of there was Tilly, Bernie, Brian, Warren, and myself. We team of 5 who did it.
Bernie, is that a full name for a woman?
Bernie, yeah, Bernadette.
Oh, okay. I was wondering like if that's a full name, Bernie. I feel like that's in a musical, an old school musical, like Guys and Dolls or something.
Bernie, Bernadette. Oh,
anyway,
so a couple of us went down the night before, and we had a couple of drinks, which probably wasn't the smartest of ideas. I felt a bit ropey the day of the run. Powered through, and then went out, got smashed that night, hit a wall about 11:30, and decided to go home, which got me branded as a bad gay. Apparently us gays are supposed to be clubbers and lit till 4 a.m. in the morning or whatever else.
True that. I was in heaven till 3:30 at McDonald's.
Well, I think you'll be better received over here than me because I'm a boring gay.
I could have told you that.
You knew that already, didn't you? Yeah. And then came back up, and I was so hungover on the Monday. So hungover on the Monday, tired from running the marathon, and I stupidly decided to do this stupid workout at the gym.
Should you call it a marathon if it wasn't a marathon? Say just the run, because you're tired from running just 5 miles.
I'll say marathon because I ran the Belfast Marathon. I didn't run the whole 26, but in theory, if we're going to be so pedantic, then yes. All right, Matt. Jesus. So
well, if you say the marathon,
people are
going to think that you ran a marathon.
Well, okay. I didn't run a marathon this time. I did run a marathon 3 years ago.
That was 3 years ago. I'm just doing this shit because do you know what got me actually recently? And I'm going to digress. When you just called me out of my weight, when you were like, that was 16 stone, just so you know. And I was like, well, okay. I think you deserve the same shit.
Oh, when I said that.
I'm holding on to it. I'm holding on to it.
Oh, I was saying that so people...
No, yeah. For anyone that doesn't know. Yeah. Anyway, carry on your story.
So Matt was really fat and he's lost weight.
Okay.
Is that what we're talking
about?
Right, okay. And I did this stupid workout at the gym, which was more running, and then I was just so tired. That was the Monday, and that's why I didn't want to record. And then, and to be, can I just say one thing? You also messaged me, like, was it on the Tuesday or Wednesday, saying, I'm guessing we're not recording because I really hoped you wouldn't text. That wasn't the Monday you texted me.
But mine was for an important reason.
What was your reason?
I don't know if anyone listens to this, but I had a job interview to prepare for, and I was stressed about it.
Okay, well,
so yeah, but I would have done it. I would have been like, "We need to record this in 15 minutes," like. But I wasn't going to message you, and then you didn't, and I was like,
oh. I was just so hanging. I'm hanging today as well. I don't know why I'm drinking so much. I need to stop this. Then what else happened? Then I discovered a photograph of me. Did you see I posted it? The photo of me from last year when I was really, really large. Did you see I posted it? Anyway, that was
yes, I did see it. You're 106 kilos. And for anyone that doesn't know, that is 15.8 stone.
I mean, I just round up 16. Why not?
Yeah, you're really big.
I was huge. I can't. That's the first photo I've seen where I've looked at myself and said, "Jeepers, creepers, I was a mess." That's really it. My boss was over from the States. She came over, so we went out drinking again last week. Went out for some dinner. That's really it. And then went drinking last night.
On a Sunday.
Here.
Well, after
Tell
church
me
or before
about
church?
after church. Well, we did church wine, and then we had more wine. No, we're sat. It was actually Bernadette's birthday. So happy birthday, Bernadette.
Happy birthday, Bernard.
Bernard. What?
Bernadette. Sorry, pardon me.
So it was, so we went out for a couple of drinks, and then I had a couple more drinks and a couple more shots. I had a blue aftershock, which I've not had in years.
They're delicious.
I didn't think so. And that's really it. That's all I've been up to, drinking. Did you do the gender swap? I didn't see your gender swap. Do you have Snapchat?
I don't have Snapchat now. But everyone's got mad cray about this gender swap.
Yeah.
It just makes everyone look pretty, though.
I look a babe.
You look like a babe.
I am a babe.
But it makes good-looking guys look like really good-looking girls, and like ugly guys look like decently pretty girls. So I don't appreciate it because it should be like a straight transfer. Like if you're not a good-looking man, it should make you an even worse-looking woman. Instead, what they're trying to do is like make them pretty, and it's not true. It's just not true.
Everyone these days has a filter over any photograph they take. Like I don't personally put filters on stuff, but
some of us don't need to, babe. I know you and I are both. I will say the camera loves us, and there's just no need.
Yeah. This is true. I gender swapped my mum, and I think she looks like James Corden.
I mean, are you one of those people that hate James Corden?
I hate James Corden, so I can't believe I'm saying this.
I don't understand why people hate him, but he's got a nice face.
Mm-mm.
I think he's relatively attractive.
Okay, well. And that's really it. I didn't really do much else.
Obviously.
No, pretty boring.
Yeah, that's you. Well, that's good. Any, well, do you know what we haven't spoken about? Any boys in your life?
Any boys in my life? Well, let me tell you. No, there's not. One of my family members just walked into the room, so this is not the right conversation to be having right now. So, saved by that. But the answer is no, there is not. So
you're still just obsessing over the straight boys at the gym?
I wouldn't say that.
Guessed.
Like no, there is no hot straight boys at my gym.
That's okay. That's not true.
Okay, there's no boys at my gym that I find attractive.
That you're willing to admit, should we say?
No. There's
one of our best listeners, Alex, was in Ireland, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You see his Instagram post though.
Canada, yeah. Oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so I just want to say what? Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, he just he did say it was beautiful at the end, but I just want to say I'm sorry that he had such a traumatic experience where, someone had stolen some of his things, and if he's on a holiday, that's one of the worst things that can happen.
Yeah,
especially because Belfast and Northern Ireland, I hear is very beautiful.
It is. Well, this actually happened in Dublin, not Belfast, but
oh, was it? Pardon me.
Yeah.
After that.
But yeah, no, I think he was. I don't. He just was. It was mugged. I'm saying just was mugged. It was a horrible experience, and thankfully he was all right. But yeah, sad to hear. But I think he had a good time. Apart from that, we were supposed to meet. Actually, I was going to meet him for coffee, but by the time I got down to Belfast on the Saturday, he'd already left. I didn't get down to 7 in the evening. He left like at 10 or 11 in the morning. So,
that's a shame.
Yeah, funny guy. Cracks me up.
Very funny. Oh my god, he makes me laugh so much.
Cool. Shall we jump in?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Mine's not very long.
Okay.
But then I don't know if you have gay apps at the moment.
Oh, I do,
but you do?
Yeah.
I'm a bit lost at the moment.
Go for it.
Because I don't understand a lot of the emojis that are being used. Do you?
Oh, okay. Hit me with an emoji, and I'll tell you what it means.
Some of them are, well, I know. Okay, a capital B, but in like this big red block, or an A. I've seen A's and B's in this big red square.
Oh, I've not seen that.
Okay, there's some that I know. Obviously, like everyone knows, like an aubergine and a peach, an arrow up or down, and or like in between. Like that's all cool. You can see a big old fist, and that makes sense, right?
No.
Stop it.
Uh,
Although there's a lot of people. I'm surprised. Should I be surprised? I'd say there's a large proportion of people that are really into fist fun at the moment in London. What's that noise? Is that judgmental noises?
no, I don't. I don't judge.
Let people who be. I have no problem with that. People be want to be what they want to be and do what they want to do. That's fine for the most part. But that's what I'm saying. Like people are into these things, and then now a new one because there's one that I've seen a lot, which is like a pig, right? And I got that only because of rugby. Everyone started calling everyone a pig, and that's like a sleazy pig, right? Like someone who's into sleaze.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Why am I asking you? You know nothing about sex.
What is it?
But now there's like this purple horny devil.
Oh, to me, that's just. To me, it's just. To me, that one's just like, hey, I'm horny. I'm in the mood.
I wasn't sure if it's the same as the pig or if it was like. And then I saw one, right? Okay, so it was. Well, I started looking into them, thinking then that all of like the emojis mean something. So I was talking to someone, and his one was like this person taking a selfie. And I was like, does that mean that you like filming yourself? And he's like, no, it's a selfie.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, why did you choose a selfie? He was like, because my picture's a selfie. And I was like, oh, so we're not going to film each other? And he was like, maybe. And I was like, okay. I would never do that though. Actually, that's one thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't film myself having sex.
No. Mm-mm.
No, I wouldn't. Only because I'd be like worried that it'd like get out or something, like a sex tape, you know?
Yeah.
This one guy that I was talking to had sent me. I'm digressing now. Out of nowhere, we must have had like a 3-minute conversation. He sent me this ream of videos of him having sex with other people.
Oh.
And I said to him, "How can you just give that out so freely? That's a bit much." And he was like,
Yeah.
"Well, I don't mind, do I? But that's a bit. I mean, dick pics are something else. But you getting fucked by someone else or sucking their dick with your face, I thought was a bit like, I don't know. Maybe it would have warranted like maybe a half an hour conversation, and not like a 3-minute conversation."
Yeah. I don't know. I see the thing about me, like I know it sounds weird, but I don't actually like getting dick pics or anything like that because I just in my head think if you just sent that to me, you just sent that to 20 or 30 other people you've chatted to in the last week. Like
Definitely.
It doesn't mean anything. Like,
What? It's not an emotional attachment, actually.
no, I know, but I'm just saying. Like
you just picked that just for me.
First of all, don't just send one. I don't want to see it. If I want to see it, like we'll have a conversation about it. Like, you wouldn't just go up to somebody in a bar and flash them because you fancy them. You know, you wouldn't do it. So don't send me a dick pic. I don't want to see it.
Well, unwarranted.
I don't want to. I don't want to unsolicited. I don't want unsolicited. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if the conversation,
especially when you're like, "Oh, do you have any more pictures?" And I meant like face pictures. And
yeah,
someone's like, "Dick, asshole, dick," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I should have specified. I just want to see your face."
And the thing is, they don't even. Have, the worst thing is people send dick pics and they don't even have a face pic on, and over here anyway. That's for sure. And they just all of a sudden you're like getting people squatting over and pulling back their asshole so you can see the starfish, and you're just like, nope, I don't want to see that.
I mean, I like those pictures. I'm a big fan, big fan, but only like when asked for, and it's like within the conversation, you know, not like randomly. One time though, I accidentally. It's really bad. I was sending pictures to someone, and I'd sent somebody else's picture because I was looking through. I was like, oh, and because I didn't have like the pro account on the app, I couldn't delete the pictures, so I just blocked him.
Oh, oh no!
I sent some white guy.
So you send him some white guy's dick, and you're obviously not white.
Yeah. I don't know what I thought it. It must have been like dark and shady or something, like near one of mine. I don't know. But I was like, yeah. What I actually want to talk about, although it was a little bit about the emojis, and there was one that I just couldn't figure out because it was like, it was a letter, then it was these chains, then it was a hand, then it was there's like a water squirt. And I was like,
a letter, a hand. Oh, I'm going to say that's edging.
there was a chain.
Yes, you're tied up.
Okay. Edging is actually like the worst thing that could ever happen to me, I think. But so my actual point of the conversation was, and this came up in a really weird conversation of the day, was a couple of years ago when I was in Bangkok. I bought my very first dildo, right? And I bought it while I was in a relationship. And I'm not the most versatile of people. I think you might know this. I don't know, but it's not something I would normally use on myself, and I didn't buy it for myself. And then in the divorce that happened last year, I thought, well, I'm not going to use it on myself. So I let him have it, right? Because I didn't use it for me. Now, recently, if I do have a thing, I'd very much like using toys on other people because I don't know, it's just what I like. I was talking to someone recently, and I was like, "Do you have any toys?" And he was like, "No." He was like, "You can get a toy," and I was like, "If I were to have someone stick a big old toy in me, would you use someone else's if they picked it? I feel like you need to have some say in the toy that would be used, because if it was my decision, I would just find out the biggest thing I could possibly find."
I went into a sex shop in London once, and there was a big old black garden gnome on the wall.
I wouldn't go that big.
Well,
not at all.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I would say you should have a say, because you don't want, a big old garden gnome trying to get forced up your...
Because you don't know what someone else can take, isn't it? And I don't have any of my own now, but I was like, maybe I should buy one, because I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks now that I'm, in my groove and shit. But I haven't used a toy on someone else in ages, because I've only ever done it in relationships. I'm not in a relationship anymore. I don't have a toy. I could buy one. But then size is like an issue, isn't it? Size and shape and stuff. Like, I feel like you'd have to sign off. If I was getting with you, you'd have to sign off what is acceptable and what's not. Because I wouldn't know what you can take and what you can't.
Yeah.
Would you want to say if someone was going to stick something inside your bum?
Of course. Yeah. It's a weird one. Because the alternative is then to have a selection so people can choose.
They're expensive.
Oh, they are. They're like £30 a pop.
So more? I don't know. I haven't looked yet. The guy I was talking to was like, you can get them off Amazon real easy, but the problem is I use two other people's Amazon Prime. So I was like, and then I was about to go on and just search, but when you search, it shows, and one of them is Jordan, and Jordan's entire family used this one.
And it would be up in your search history, and when you click on the ads and they follow you around, you can't look anywhere. It'll be all connected. So like one of Jordan's family would be looking on Facebook, and all of a sudden a big black, will be... You
can say the word dildo. It's not that bad.
I know. I don't know why. Got embarrassed over the word dildo.
Beep it out.
Dildo. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. A big black dildo would be sitting on their Facebook page.
Yeah, so I haven't bought it yet. But I just feel like plus they would need some say.
Yeah, but you also want to see it in real life, because pictures can be deceiving.
What do you mean pictures?
Or maybe you want to go see one in a shop and then buy it online, so you know exactly what you're buying.
Exactly. So then I can't just buy one. I'd have to have a range, but I don't want a whole range, because I'm not willing to spend. I've been really tight with sex toys in my life because they're really expensive, and then in the past, someone's bought them all. That's why I got it in Bangkok. It was so cheap. I got to haggle.
It was sanitary.
What? Because it's from Bangkok. Yeah. Well, I cleaned it loads. So
I'm just imagining if you can't really, if you're haggling, I don't know, just seems a bit cheap.
It was £12 in the end, so that was pretty decent.
It's probably disintegrated in your asshole.
No, we used it loads of times.
Okay.
And it was fine. I just thought it was a really weird conversation, so I thought we'd have this really weird, awkward conversation now.
I love it. I'm so comfortable.
I know you love talking about sex, and I really do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll have to get something. But then because
I would suggest go something small.
not too small.
Well, it's not size doesn't matter.
Well, apparently, so I was having this conversation again because this was supposed to be my year at the bottom. It hasn't really panned out the way that I planned this year. So I still got the rest of the year, but with talking to my friends and my housemates and stuff, they're saying like bigger ones are definitely more pleasurable, and in fact, in their opinion, are easier to take. So I should probably buy it. Not a huge one, not like a fucking 12-inch floppy big dildo, but something just reasonable size, not like a little 4-inch little marker pen type thing.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Would you because a lot of porn stars have their cocks as dildos. Is there any porn stars out there that you think, oof, and then would get
Tons.
that?
Oh my goodness. There are so many good ones. God, one thing I was going to try and do, so one of my friends who has given up porn and has done for years now, years. He doesn't watch any porn.
Do I know who this is?
Yeah, you do.
But I don't know who they are.
You would know who it is.
Yeah, but I don't know who you're talking about.
No, I know. I haven't given you any hint at all about who it would be.
Okay.
And I don't know how I would. But he was like, "Oh, I don't watch porn." And I was like, "Really? I love porn." And he was like, "Yeah, like I just gave up because he said he found." Now I don't watch it a lot. Like I might watch it maybe once or twice a week, maybe 3 if I'm feeling particularly certain way. But I've never been someone who I don't know, wanks a lot during the week. Like it's really just been that much. And he was like, "No, I was waking up every day, like in the morning, and I'd put on Pornhub and then have a wank every morning." So I was like, fair enough. If it's like this habit that you have of waking up, watching porn and then going. So I was like, let me give it a go. But I just can't do it. Like I cannot. I mean, he said he'd taken a while and stuff, and I was like, maybe I'll give it a go. And I don't watch it a lot even now, which is really strange. But yeah, he doesn't watch it, and then when he's feeling really horny, he'll have a wank and use his imagination.
Oh God, it's like being 13 again.
He says it's more intense because he's waited a while, not done it just because he's bored, actually feeling like he wants to have it, and then is able to think about things.
Do you remember the first time you wanked?
I do.
I remember it being like, this is the biggest secret that I didn't like in my head. Nobody else could ever do this. It was just me, and I've discovered this new thing that nobody else could ever do.
Do you know how old you were?
I would have been 13 or 14.
Same, yeah.
And I was so scared in case I pulled it off.
Stop it.
I was so scared. I went so slow. It took
what made you try it? Had you heard about it or something?
You're lying in bed and you're hard and I just remember this is so embarrassing. Just it felt good, like if it was on the bed, and I was like, okay, well, let's see what happens if I rub it. And
yeah, I remember mine. Mine was in the bathroom. I planned it out, in fact.
How did you hear about it?
I'd heard about it.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
And then I also did it 3 times that day because the first time was so amazing.
3 times in one. Wow.
I was like, oh my goodness. So and then I thought I gave it another go, and then I just remember I went bright reds. I was like, what is all this shit everywhere? And I didn't know how much it came out, so I literally got on the bathroom mat. I didn't aim for anything because I didn't know that it just shot out like that. I didn't know what to expect. So yeah, I made a mess.
Oh. Yeah. Do you ever wank in the bath?
Have I? What a mistake! Yeah. What a mistake!
It's the worst.
Oh yeah, it's just all floating there, and then I got my arms and shit, and I was like,
it sticks to everything.
Yeah. It was not. It was not the one. But even a shower though sometimes can be quite bad because it seems to just stick everywhere. When it mixes with soap and stuff. I'm so stupid though, because my mum actually had a conversation with me, and she was like, and me and my twin brother, and it surprised me because she used to be, in my opinion, quite conservative in some ways, but she was like, she made a point of saying wanking is really natural and something you do regularly, and I remember being like, this is not you. But then I was surprised. I used to share my room with 2 of my brothers, and I had a bunk bed. I was on the bottom bunk. My twin brother's on the top. No, my little brother's on the top. And yeah, and then I'd be like trying to slowly wank, and he's like, "Matt, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing," because the bed would shake.
He knows.
And then I have to try and do it in silence in the middle of the night. But the bed gets on shaking. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." And then I used to collect.
Leave me alone.
Yeah,
give me 2 minutes.
I used to have keep tissues because it's a bunk bed. The bed on top of me had covers coming over, so I used to hide them above my head, on the bottom of the other bunk, all my tissues and stuff. And then my mum would change the bed sheets, and they'd be gone.
Oh, she'd know.
Yeah, but I just kept on putting the tissues there.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking about this years later. I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with me? Why did I not get rid of them?" But obviously, she knew. She never said anything.
Bless her.
Have you ever been caught wanking?
Yeah.
Where?
In my bedroom.
By who?
Mum does not knock.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Dick in hand.
So there's people. I think there's something happening at our house. I think there's some construction or something going on, and there's loads of noise going on. I couldn't really hear, and all of a sudden, I heard my mum come on the landing, but I didn't realize how close she was, and I was getting close, so I was like, "Oh, just come on!" And then all of a sudden, the door opens, and luckily, she's still having the conversation with somebody outside the door, so she didn't look in. And then I quickly grabbed my pillow and put it over myself. And then she looked in and she was like, "Ashley!" And she sort of and then walked away. And I'm like, "Oh God." I was like, "What, Mom? What? I'm just tidying my room."
Just piling the pillows.
Just pumping them up. Have you?
Yeah, no.
Have you
No, I haven't actually.
Have you ever caught somebody?
No. My little brother getting a blowjob from his girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. That was, yeah. And I remember walking up the stairs trying to stomp, make noise, but they obviously just distracted. And then, I walked in and he's trousers down it. And then, he just covered himself kind of, or rolled over, but his ass was still hanging out. And then she was just wiping her face. And I was like, I can buy.
Mad.
Innit? But no, nothing. I've never really been caught in any other way, actually.
There we go.
Just like watching porn, actually. That's also.
Oh, I have to be so careful watching porn. I'm so nervous when I give my phone over to somebody else because it's there.
Your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, back then it was we only had one family computer.
Oh, I meant now in porn.
And now it's bad when you open up the page.
Yeah.
Because my phone has this not autocorrect, but a predicted text, sorry. And because I went on Pornhub loads, at work, this guy was putting my work email on my phone, and he started typing in my email address, but the first thing that popped up was Pornhub.
Oh.
And I was just like, no. And he's not someone I knew, so I just well, okay. I couldn't really do anything about it. We've been talking about this for about half an hour.
You're okay. I know.
What was your topic?
I want to talk about the LGBT sandwich in Marks and Spencer's.
Okay. Well, why don't we move on swiftly to sandwiches?
Have you seen this sandwich thing?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Marks and Spencer's has taken the traditional BLT, bacon, lettuce, and tomato, added in a big dollop of gay guacamole, which in my head is something else, but they've made it a LGBT, bacon, no, lettuce, lettuce, guacamole, LGBT, bacon, and tomato. And it's to celebrate Pride Month, which obviously starts soon, and the idea is that it raises awareness of LGBT, and Marks and Spencer's have decided to give £10,000 to LGBT charities. So yeah, that's what's happening. What do you think of that?
This is what you were talking about when it was the pink pound, isn't it? But actually the fact that money's going back to or going towards something warrants making that kind of sandwich.
Yeah. So I'm sort of on the fence here because I initially thought it was a good idea. Like I like that it's the publicity, but also to me it's a bit virtual signaling. Like, first of all, I don't think 10,000. I'm not, obviously money's money and charities will happily accept everything, but I don't think £10,000 is a lot from Marks and Spencers to give. I think if it was like a certain percentage of the sandwich sales, that might be a bit better.
Absolutely, Piers promote the sales of the sandwich.
Yeah, Piers Morgan said that Marks and Spencers earn about 1,000, just under 1,000 a minute per day.
Really?
So in 10 minutes, they will have made the money back off that sandwich. So
you're fucked when using his logic to promote your.
No, not for nothing. Piers Morgan sometimes has it right.
Okay, all right. This is a whole other conversation, isn't it?
Well, yeah, he does. Like, he's just because he's got other things wrong doesn't mean he's. I mean, anyway, regardless, it's a fact. Like, it's £1,000 a minute. 10 minutes, they've earned back the money they've decided to donate, and to me, it just doesn't seem right. Like, I think exploiting the LGBT. I mean, it's a cute concept. I've not had the sandwich. I wish they probably don't. They probably don't have gluten-free versions anyway.
Not inclusive, then, is it?
Not very inclusive. No. In fact, I'm going to write a letter. I don't like the idea that much. I just think it's too crass and cheap.
How is it crass?
Just it's taking a minority and slapping on a sandwich, and they're using it to make money.
Absolutely.
I know that's if this was a black sandwich
on charcoal bread.
Yeah. What would be in a black minority sandwich? Fried chicken for sure.
I knew you were going to say that, you fucking racist. Absolutely. Well, hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
And a cherry cola.
Is that what you people drink?
You people drink, I was saying to one of my friends bought a Nourishment. Do you know what a Nourishment is? To drink.
No.
It's this drink that like used to have in the area and stuff, and you always find it in the ethnic section because it's like a proper black drink. And he posted on his Instagram story being like, "Oh my god, I love this drink. It's my treat after like exercise." And I was like, "My god, you're so black." He's not black, and he never knew that was a black drink. So maybe that's a kind of Nourishment. You couldn't have a black sandwich.
Why?
Like, they're not going to sell a black sandwich.
It just seems to me it's a bit of a crass PR stunt. I don't like it. Obviously, the charities will benefit, and I'm not saying that they should not get money, but
they could give that same money without doing it, because if they're not doing it from the sales, in fact, they should give the 10 grand and some portion of the sales.
Exactly.
What they're doing is they're giving 10 grand, then using that sandwich to highlight their generosity, or so-called generosity, by generating their own sales. That is strange. I feel like a percentage of the sandwich sales should go to the charities or charity or whatever situation.
Yeah, but we've had this conversation before where, how far does Marks and Spencer's LGBT push reach? It doesn't get into the little nitty gritty areas of the country where people are a bit more small minded. Does that make sense?
Do they sell the sandwich in Ireland?
I don't know. I've not checked. I'm sure they do.
I don't know where they sell it.
I'm sure they will. We don't have a Marks and Spencer's near here. There's a Marks and Spencer's up in Derry, but I've not been up. But
they've got. Did you say you have to go out of your village to go to Marks and Spencer's?
Jesus, yes. You say it like you sound like such a snob. You're saying you have to go out of your village to go to them. Of course,
you said
it's a small town.
They have one.
No.
You have to travel 12 miles just to go to Marks and Spencer's.
19 miles, yeah.
Ah! Oh my goodness!
It's a
craziness!
It's a pilgrimage.
That is a pilgrimage just for a sandwich, and they don't even give the proceeds. Do they know what guacamole is in Ireland?
Yeah, of course we know what guacamole is in Ireland. We made it.
They hate it.
We made it. It originates from Ireland. Guacamole.
It originates in Ireland.
Yeah,
it's true. It's green. Probably does.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's all I want to talk about.
Yeah, I didn't really feel any sort of which way about it at this point, but now you've convinced me that it does seem a bit It's important to promote these things, but to brand a sandwich to promote their sales without giving any proceeds as well as their contribution. It really is just a marketing stunt to promote their 10 grand that they've given, which is in essence a very small amount of money considering how much they take. It's no sacrifice at all.
No.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Okay. Well, that's it for me.
All right. Wow. Let's talk about bums and avocados and things like that some more.
Bums and avocados.
It's good to be back recording. Feels like it's been ages, doesn't it?
It's only been 2 weeks, but I guess, yeah.
Next week, we'll find.
Yeah, we got a little podcast review.
From who?
This is from Buck.
Who?
Buck.
Oh, Buck. I thought you said Vok. I was like, I don't know what that means.
I told you, you don't. So Matt doesn't listen with headphones on, and I say it's the main reason that he can never understand a word I say. It's not anything.
All right, I'll try and listen with headphones. It is a bit further away.
Right. So Buck gave us a little 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, which is awesome. Thank you, Buck. He said, it's always great to have a new episode of Honest to Pod. The topics are interesting, and Ashley and Matt, he called me Ashley, full name me. Ashley and Matt have lots to say on a wide variety. So I appreciate that because it keeps the podcast fresh. They're also hilarious, and listening to them makes me homesick for my time in London. Thanks for the great work, and please keep it up. Cheers. Cheers, Buck.
Oh, cheers, Buck.
Oh, Buck messaged me a couple of weeks ago, and I forgot to reply.
Such a bitch.
No, I wasn't bitchy. I just forgot to reply.
You are not a good friend.
No, I'm not. I'm really not a good friend. I call you fat all the time.
Thank you for another episode of Honest to Pod with me, Matthew Ali.
Yeah, but guys, anybody listen? I know people listen in the States and people listen in Australia and Canada. It'd be awesome if you could just pop on to Apple Podcast and leave us a little review, leave us a little comment, tell us what you think. If you are unsure how to do it, if you go to our Honest to Pod Instagram page, there is a story saved in the highlights which shows you how to do it.
Beautiful. Please do.
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel.
And make sure you clickety-clack that follow button while you're on Instagram as well. We need to get better at pushing on there. But but you can always just follow us individually. Mine Instagram is ASHMCA, and Matt, yours is?
Or _T_.
His is long. Do you know what you do? You find mine and then link. His is always linked in mine. His is just too long.
Someone got it the other day. They're like, "Oh, that's a really funny name," and I was like, "Thank you. It is funny."
All teeth and chips. I don't get it, but we don't have time for that right now. So thanks everyone for listening.
On that cliffhanger, you'll find out on next episode.
Tune in next week when we find out what Matt's Instagram name really means. And what size of toy he went for.
Oh, that's a good part of the story.
Yeah.
Should have a look.
And if you have
any recommendations about toys, then please do post on, do send us a message, a DM or something on Instagram being like, this is your favorite toy.
Oh. And next week find out if Marks and Spencer's have gluten-free guacamole LGBT sandwiches.
It needs to be all-inclusive or no-inclusive.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Excellent.
They don't think.
Okay, bye.
All right, that's it. Bye-bye.